voices.
Unique sound.
Not the same old thing. Different.
This is NoCo FM.
Diverse voices.
Unique sound.
Not the same old thing. Different.
This is NoCo FM.
Well, we fucked that up. Hello, everyone. Welcome to NoCo Live, NoCo FM's weekly broadcast, live here from the NoCo FM studios in beautiful Fort Collins, Colorado, as well as our satellite studios in observance of social distancing, also in Fort Collins, Colorado. With me, as always, my esteemed co-host, Charles Joseph Kelly, and KevKat Martinez. Hey, guys.
I have a mouthful of pizza. You guys enjoy a conversation while I eat my pizza.
We will. KevKat, you're frozen. Did we lose KevKat?
KevKat, did we lose you?
Oh, you're back.
I died.
Hello, beautiful people. How are we?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Pretty good, even though I screwed up that intro cue, but it's all good. Also, welcome to people who are joining us from the stream of the Artis Project, which we'll be hearing more from very shortly. In fact, we'll have a special guest from the Artis Project tonight here on the show. So, boys, what's going on? How we doing? What's happening? Charles, what are you doing?
I'm looking. Here's the problem, right? I am seeing myself in the camera, and I have a shot that looks actually kind of nice of myself right now. And I just want to touch my nipples. Let me touch my nipples.
I mean, I would never begrudge you from touching your nipples. You know, it's okay if you want to touch your nipples. I understand. What's going on in the world, boys? I know that KevKat, you have an announcement.
I do.
Tell us some good news.
I got a new job.
You got a new job, which is awesome. We're not going to name the company out of respect, but it happens to be the same company that Charles works for, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be fun. We're going to be like 3 goddamn seats away from each other, bud.
Mariah Arts says, woo, new job. Yes. New job is awesome. New job is amazing. KK, like, for as long as I've known you, you have been running the gamut between, like, going from gig to gig to gig of, like, not various, but, like, you always maintain at least 2 jobs. And you were telling me before we started the show that, like, one of the great things about this is, like, you'll finally be able to go to just 1 job.
It's going to feel so good. I'm so excited to have, like, a structured schedule that isn't utter chaos.
Yeah,
I mean, like a company that has really high standards for the way they treat their, like, employees. I'm so excited. I'm so relieved. I feel the answer is.
It's super exciting. It's super awesome. And you know what? I'm just glad that you're going to have some free time and be able to relax a little bit. And, you know, hopefully once we're back together here in the studio, we'll have more time to produce new awesome shows. And won't be quite so stressed. And you might actually get some sleep, which is probably what I'm most excited for you.
Dog, me too. So stoked for that shit.
So yeah, Charles, what's going on with you, buddy boy?
I cut my own hair this weekend.
Oh, so did I. Yeah.
I no longer have a man bun. The man bun is gone.
The man bun is
Chaboy
gone.
has a faux hawk. Because I'm a fake punk. I'm not a fake punk. Fuck you guys, I'm a real punk.
That's not a faux hawk.
It's not right now because I've been working all day.
Oh,
Bod.
sorry.
What?
Struck a nerve. Damn.
You offended his culture.
How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah. So I know you said that you're prepping like some music video shoots. Tell us about that.
Okay. All right. Okay. So
He sounds so excited to say.
we did the drag show the other week, which was a pretty significant success with it only being a week of prep for that show.
Absolutely.
So we are doing a bunch more prep and a bunch more projects. So I will be doing 4 music videos
Oh shit.
between 2 shows in June, and also my podcast, and also Rolling Misadventures. I'm editing this episode, so to give Derek a break. So Charles may take a night off from NoCo Live in the next couple of weeks because I may have overwhelmed myself. But honestly, it's good. It's keeping me busy. The projects, I don't want to like spoil anything for what it is, but it's a lot of really cool ideas. KevKat's going to be directing one of them, so I'm super excited for that.
I'm
good.
so stoked. And
Yeah.
like right now, like especially, it's really good to have a lot of things to do, especially that are creative and constructive.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find that motivation to like stay goal oriented while you're stuck at home a lot. So
Right.
especially with you constantly working at home.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Yeah, I've struggled with that too. It's one of those things where it's like I'm here all day long and all night long with very little human interaction, and I'm thinking, you know, when this first started happening, in addition to the oh my god, the world is ending that I initially felt, my secondary feeling was I'm going to be home. I'm going to have so much time to get so much stuff done. You know how much of that stuff I've done? Like, I don't want to say none, but probably like 1.5%. I would say 1.5%.
What would you like? Number one thing when you thought of, hey, I'm going to be at home, I'm going to do something productive. What is that thing?
Honestly, organizing my office and the reconfiguring the studio. I've done of those particular things. I've done 0%.
Yeah.
So and then also with getting the new kitty last week. Now organization isn't even an afterthought. It's like basically the furthest thing from my mind, because I'm no longer trying to organize. I'm just trying to contain, and make sure that the cat doesn't like knock over all my shit and destroy it, or otherwise like just rampage through the house. What kind of pizza we got tonight?
This is we're going to talk about pizza choices. Papa Murphy's.
Take and bake. While Charles is munching on that pizza, I would like to welcome our special guest. Everyone say hello to Mariah Foster. Hey, Mariah.
Hi, dears.
How are you?
Hello.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you look and sound good.
Awesome. Yeah, I was like, I haven't had my headphones today. Yeah, super excited to be here. I like you were saying, I was like, quarantine's gonna be the perfect time to finally get a bunch of stuff done. And kind of been doing that. But also realizing like that all these other people are doing some of the stuff that I wanted to do. So excited to like join together and hear about all the things and not feel like, I don't know, each of us has to take on the world individually.
For sure.
Right.
Like, and that is one thing that I think quarantine has, it's hard to say it's a benefit, but it's been one kind of nice side effect is that we are starting to see that like, hey, we are all in this together, and we're all trying to do better in different ways. And maybe, maybe my idea isn't so crazy. Maybe other people are interested in it. Maybe, there's an audience for the things I want to do. And there's really no excuse now to not do it. So, if that's an interesting byproduct of the whole quarantine is that, we have the opportunity to start, trying more of those flights of fancy. But
are we getting deep?
What?
Are we gonna get deep on this? Can we get deep on this? Just a little deep?
we can get as deep as you want.
We're gonna get fucking deep, bro. So fucking.
We're gonna get like 8 inches deep, dog.
That's pretty deep.
Anyway, nobody got that.
Oh, I got it. I'm just not acknowledging it.
I'll acknowledge it. I was like, y'all are my people here. Let's get deep.
Hey, okay.
So
when it comes to like trying to do those projects and stuff like that, I found that I also did the thing where I was like, I'm not going to do anything in this house, and I didn't fix anything, and I didn't do any of the things I wanted to do. And then like one day I was like, fuck, I'm so tired of living like this. I'm so tired of feeling like this. And you know that saying where it's like real change occurs when you get tired of your own shit?
Mm-hmm.
I got tired of my own shit hard. I was like, fuck this. And just popped in some headphones and like power cleaned the house like 2 days in a row.
Nice.
And actually I have a fucking bedroom now. I'm sitting at a desk. You're on a desk now, not on a lamp in my living room.
Not next to the toilets, like where people poop.
Wait, your desk was.
Poop.
Hold on, your desk was next to the toilet?
No.
Did I hear that right?
Remember that one episode when I was taping the wall and like I was
It's
on
been
the toilet?
It's been multiple toilet episodes, KevKat.
It has not. I want to see receipts on that. You cannot tell me that it's been multiple episodes. That's bullshit.
I will pull those receipts.
Do it.
Toilet where you were at.
So segueing from the toilet for a second, Mariah, tell us about the Artis Project.
Yes.
I was trying to think of a good way to segue that, and I'm not sure I'm quite there right now.
Yeah, you really can't. It's just kind of, you have to acknowledge how bad it is and then just, full steam ahead. That's kind of what we do on this show.
I very much relate to that. Like, we're probably in our maybe 4th iteration of a kind of this like initial studio setup thing here at the Nerd Store in Greeley. We've got like some fun nerd stuff and some of our artwork and our shelf of cool things. The initial streamer set here. The Artis Project. It was born about 10 years ago, I'd say. Some friends and I were just like really into arts and music, and we were, right up to about 20 years old when adult responsibilities aren't really real yet, and it's all good. And we were just all into putting shows together and doing art and just trying to be creatives. And then life happened, and we all were doing our separate things, and quarantine happened, and it just it came back that all of us said, hey, those things we've been talking about for years, the podcast we want to do, the D&D games we want to play, the art we want to do, the shows we want to have, let's do it. Like, what else are we doing right now? So
hell yeah.
Yeah, so very much what you guys have already been doing, just a little more Greeley flavor in there.
I love it.
And Charles lives part-time in Greeley, so I mean, that's my only exposure to the Greeley flavor for the most part.
It's not for everybody. I like it though.
So the only flavor that Chris gets from Greeley is the Greeley flavor is me. Are you saying that you like licking? Do you lick me, Chris? Is that what this is?
Only when you're sleeping.
Yeah. Okay.
No. It tastes different. You gotta like.
It
compare.
might, but I go for the path of least resistance.
Okay.
That's fair.
You said the nerd store. What? Okay. Where is the nerd store located? Because I think I live near you.
Yeah.
There.
Totally. The nerd store is a part of our cute little 3 square blocks downtown area by the courthouse. So 8th Avenue, 8th Street.
Okay. I know exactly where you guys are at. That's so awesome.
So nerd store is down there, and they're so great. I've been working at a school, and for years, the nerd store has just been such a great community hub. So I got a part-time job there right before all the craziness happened, and I already been talking to the owner about we should do streams and we should do all this stuff. And then so after it happened, and I said, hey, I'm going to be doing some streaming stuff just with my friends in this project. He's like, yeah, you guys can use the area, use the space and kind of be able to test out Twitch and let him kind of see what the deal is and see if Twitch makes sense as far as trying to put more online content out there for a store that is so based in playing games together in physical spaces. So lots of different intersecting pieces kind of coming together. It's been real great.
That's awesome.
That's really cool to hear too, because I was also wondering about what exactly the nerd store was, whether that was a name for your clubhouse or whether it was an actual store. Because I don't do much shopping in Greeley, so I was like, I haven't heard of this, but that wouldn't really, I wouldn't anyway, for the most part. I've seen your background set there, I've seen that area, and I was like, I can't tell if that is an actual store or if that is a room that they just decorated. It was causing so many questions.
I like that a lot. Yeah, no, physical space. You can definitely buy lots of things here: comics, card games, board games, all the above, miniatures.
How is the store handling the restrictions and everything? How does that affecting you? Because I know that one thing I've heard about Weld County is that some of the powers that be in Weld County are not exactly taking things very seriously.
It has been interesting. I mean, the boss man here is definitely much more in the know than I. And so a lot of my information about what the regulations are kind of come through him. Slowly trying to open back up. The first thing that we did when the order was kind of lifted was to be mostly available for curbside pickup. We are doing delivery as well, but a lot of people are still doing curbside pickup. For this week, we've started to open up limited hours to customers. We have one entrance. We require the face mask. Everyone stays 6 feet away. All that kind of thing. It's been working, I think, but it is long term. The questions are, how soon, if ever, are people going to be congregating to play, tabletop card games, to play board games, to play D&D in the same physical space? So there are a lot of questions for not just the store, but the industry and people who partake in a lot of these things, to kind of see what's it going to be going forward and how's it all going to look.
Well, and that's one thing that I really like too about what you guys are doing that aligns with what we're doing is it's about creating community, right? It's about giving people an outlet to not feel like they're alone, to say, hey, here's people who get me. Here's people that are into the stuff I'm into. So seeing that on your first live show was just last Sunday, right?
That was the one that I'm going to call the first. A lot of our previous ones were still just, is our technology working? Right.
Is this on kind of a thing? Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much every week is like that here. So.
It's true.
And I mean, that's part of it. That's part of it, right? Is doing it. We're big fans at the Artis Project of letting it not be perfect. Just doing it and trying and letting it grow. The other day we were playing music on stream, and it was definitely we were learning how to play the songs as we went, as they were requested, and it's that's the vibe.
Yeah,
so
for
I
sure.
feel at home here.
It's that punk rock kind of DIY aesthetic, right? It's just hey, let's figure it out. And if it's not perfect, then okay, great. It's not perfect. But that's also part of the charm.
Yes.
Any form of failure is the first step at getting good at something. If you don't figure out what doesn't work, then how are you going to figure out what works?
Preach. Heck yeah.
Oh, thanks.
So tell us,
You
like,
know-
what you guys are doing so far, and kind of like what you have planned. Like, I know obviously, like, you have and I want to thank you because you left your Twitch stream to join our stream. So thank you. But you've been kind of like a streaming machine. It seems like you guys are doing something every day, and I thought I had read that like you have like promised to stream every day for 100 days. Is that right?
Yeah. It was I'm trying to look back. I know where I am right in this moment, and I know what's happening forward. I'm trying to look back and be like, whoa, what happened in the last like 3 weeks? And it's a little hazy. Quarantine happened. I finally decided to pull the trigger and had decided to start to stream. Then it turned out that all the friends were together. So we were like, okay, we're going to do this Artis Project thing. The goal of the Artis Project is to be kind of an umbrella platform, a lot like you guys are for the different podcasts. Instead of each individual group or each individual podcast having to have its own website and its own Facebook and its own blah, 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 blah. Like you bring everything together under one roof where people can come to one source and have then a variety of different content. And the creators can focus on creating and not have to deal with all the other background nonsense kind of stuff. So that being said, I really like writing and poetry, and I'm working on a variety of different art projects. I'm someone who I really like to try things, and I like to kind of learn how to do things, but I don't really like to commit to it. So I'm doing a lot of these things where I've gotten supplies to try different things. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it, and maybe like give away the creations on stream, but then be able to move on with my life and get rid of the stuff. We have musicians in our group. We have people who are writers and want to do podcasts, the D&D sessions. The Nerd Store has a variety of ideas for content that we might do on the Artis Project or we might be doing together. This week I've had a lot of conversations with some other people in town, like our big concert venue, the Moxie Theater. The person who runs that, Eli Corliss, we've been talking because he's sort of in a similar spot as far as being a business owner whose business is based on people coming to congregate, and like I'll be in the same space and I'll be hanging out, and that's not, who knows if or when that's going to be a thing that's happening again. So we've been talking about his ideas for online content and whether streaming some of the live concerts on Twitch could be a possibility. The other big thing, I think I was like, that's kind of a long rant, but the other one I'm really excited about is having been working in a school and coming from a teacher family, I really want to get some books recorded. Like you can go to YouTube and there's different people reading books for kids. Mm-hmm. So that's one of the reasons that I was getting in touch with a lot of the drag performers, is because I'd love to have like recorded drag queen, drag king story times going on. And there's a musician in town who does, like, she goes to schools and she reads books and she plays improv music with it. So she'll be like, I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them Sam-I-am. And I made it sound really bad, but it's really, really cool and the kids love it. So like one of my big things that I want to do is try to get some like kids books recorded and try to put content out there. Thank you for jamming along. I appreciate that. So yeah, there's just like a bunch of things going on. I didn't even like list everyone who's kind of in talks to get going, but it really is a lot like what all of you guys are doing as far as trying to give creators a platform to create and get their work out there. Whew.
That is so cool. That is super, super cool. And yeah,
I was
definitely
gonna ask.
Go for it, KevKat.
I'm so sorry. I was gonna ask you, are you like filming the creation and like you trying these new products? Because those would be videos I would happily watch. Like if you streamed it or if you did like a YouTube thing, that would be really cool just to see you go through the process of picking up a new skill or a new fun thing to try for a while and then give away the stuff.
That's kind of the goal so far. One of the people we don't really have on our team is we don't have someone who's great at video editing or has a lot of experience with video editing. So like ideally we would do a bunch of streaming on Twitch and then like edit down the content to something that's a little bit more like YouTube manageable. Or at least have highlight reels or something like that. I've seen people do a lot of cool things. I realized I didn't answer in all of that excitement. Part of that was realizing like, look, I really would love to like do Twitch not necessarily professionally, but like have that be a significant part of my life. And I really believe in this project. So I took on the 100-day challenge, and yeah, we're going to be, I'll be streaming on Twitch every day for the next 100 days, which takes us through the summer. And it's not always just going to be me. Some days it might just be a little bit of me and then other friends. But I felt like it was a reason then for people who might want to come and watch to understand like that this is something I'm really committed to. And I am really making this kind of like the big focus of my summer, at least, and seeing where it goes. So thank you guys for having me, and like, and thank you for doing everything that you do, because it's, they're really, really just paired together.
I mean, we're definitely cut from the same cloth in that respect. And I think, Charles can speak to this as well as I can, but like the reason we exist is like, we just had our 2nd anniversary. So we've only been doing this for 2 years. Yeah. Woo.
We're babe.
We'll have a party once parties are allowed to be a thing again. But, we really started this because both Charles and I worked at another media platform, and they weren't telling all of the stories that we wanted to be told, and they weren't really speaking to the audiences of like our generation and slightly younger generations like KevKats, because we're all different ages. We have some people who are working on our shows that are like 20, and we have people working on our shows that are in their 50s. Because it's not so much about appealing to a specific demographic, but it's about appealing to voices and amplifying voices that you don't hear all the time. Because if you want to hear white guys read the news, like that's what NPR is for, that's what CNN is for, all of those things. Like they have, and I say this as a white male, but like there are plenty of places for that type of person or that person to get their message out, right? But what about women? What about people of color? What about LGBTQIA+, which I think almost half of the people who are working on projects with us are LGBTQIA+. And I don't know that there are too many organizations that can say that. So that's really important to us. And seeing what you guys are wanting to do as well, I'm just like, ooh, we found more people that are like us. Like, let's all be friends. This is fantastic.
Hell yeah. I want to say something there too, because I grew up in an NPR household, and like my now 65-year-old mother like has NPR on in every room of the house at all times. Sure. Like we get in the car, NPR comes, and she's 65 now, so her hearing's going, so it's very loud. And as someone who is really into like poetry and performance poetry, like I very, very quickly get tired of, especially on radio, hearing journalistically reading news. Is that making sense? Like, like you just like hear their
voice. I believe is what you're referring to.
Yes.
Welcome to Delicious Dish.
And even, I mean, the ASMR like slowness isn't as bad as just like when people are reading a news story and you can tell that they just have zero care about what they're saying. Like it just like hits me in this deep place.
Train accident.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, there's a certain cadence. There's a certain cadence that speaks to, but it's also like, at the end of the day, because people are like, I know like you and I have talked offline about this, is like, when people say like, what are you guys doing? What are you here for? It certainly isn't the money, because there isn't any. Or there's very, very little. It's like we're all essentially volunteers. We all have day jobs. But at the same time, like I would say that, if someone asks me what I am, I would say I'm a storyteller. It doesn't matter what I'm necessarily doing to make money to put food on the table. It matters where my passion is and where my heart is. And my passion is telling stories that connect with people. And using stories to share our human experience together, and that's why we do what we do. Charles and I came from radio after several years on our own journeys of working in film and television, and one of the great things about radio and audio and podcasting is it's crazy cheap. It costs nothing to do, and anyone can do it, because everybody has a good story to tell. And it's funny.
Well, okay. Well, some people require some guidance on how to do the thing.
Not everyone's
But-
story is interesting, but that's a matter of taste. Charles.
When I bought my third Lamborghini, I cried tears of pure joy.
How did you know I booked that guy?
I hate you.
Christopher Lanfear.
Yes.
You and I have spent many hours listening to stories that probably shouldn't have been told at some point when we were looking for shows to pick up on the network. And I mean, like,
you're not wrong about that, yeah.
So I love where your heart's coming from, but also
I'm wrong. Is that what you're saying? It's okay if you're saying that. That's fine.
I was so with you on that journey, for what it's worth.
Well, I'm glad our guest is with me, guys.
I feel like, okay, let me clarify. Let me help you refine it. Shine this elephant poop for you. So in terms of Ratatouille, they say anyone can cook. And shut up, let me finish. So what they mean by that later in the movie, when they clarify it, this is a piece of art, don't make fun of me, they say that not anyone can cook. Like, not everyone on the planet is capable of it, but that a cook can come from anywhere. And I think that's what you kind of mean. Like, you can become a creator. An amazing storyteller can come out of anywhere.
Absolutely.
And excluding someone on demographic or something like sexuality or something like that makes you lose amazing stories that you could hear and share with the world.
You're right. Absolutely. And yeah, like some people are just downright boring to listen to, and that's unfortunate for them. But, everybody has a story to tell. They're not always great, but we really want to shine a light on stories that we think people should hear, and that's what we're about. Like, we do a 24-hour radio stream, which this is being broadcast on right now. Most of the day, it's music, but it's music from independent artists, from people you're not going to hear on commercial radio. We don't play traditional commercials. We don't have like, oh, hey, here's Nickelback for the 5 millionth time. No.
Except for that one time.
Oh yeah. So Mariah, we did for April Fool's Day last year. God, it's crazy to think that was a year ago, but also I feel like March was like 5 years ago. So for April Fool's Day last year, we had ran this poll or this quiz where we asked people to submit what they thought was the worst song in the world. And our music director, Corbin, tallied up all the votes and all the submissions and whittled it down. And our original plan was to play whatever song was the worst for 24 hours straight on our radio stream. But we got down to 12 songs, and Corbin honestly couldn't decide which if any of them were worse than the other. So we played them on an hour-long loop for 24 hours. Because why not?
I like it.
And then we'll never play them again. However, if you hate yourself in particular, or you're having a bad day and you want to be cheered up by other people's artistic works that are terrible, go listen to that episode.
Also,
I have to check it out now.
Yeah, we called it the Dirty Dozen because we couldn't whittle it down to just one. But it's so great to have you here. Because we definitely want to support what you're doing, and I also too want to just thank you. Like, you signed up as a Patreon as a patron at patreon.com/NoCo FM, and I am eternally grateful for that.
Subtle plug.
Gotta get that
Very
plug. Gotta get the plug.
That's right. I mean, hey, very subtle plug. If you're in a position to help the channel grow, we'd very much appreciate it. But that being said, Charles, I believe you have an activity for us.
Yeah, so you are a nerdy individual like myself, and
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not talking about you, Chris. I'm talking about our
Fine, fuck you then.
Yeah, I'm talking about our fantastic guests. So as a fellow,
she does
nerd
work at the
person,
nerd store.
See, I'm nervous now.
Okay. This is not like a quiz. I'm not trying to get your nerd cred here. So don't worry about that. It's easy. easy roll, easy improv here. So today,
he's not going to be like, in episode 1, what was Padme Amidala's sister's name? You know,
yeah, this is where you guys go, oh, fired from the nerd store.
Who was the actress who played Princess Amidala's body double? It's Keira Knightley. Keira Knightley played the body double.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I've at least heard that one. I don't know if I would have gotten there, but
wow.
Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, we are going to. Well, first off, I need to know, like, what when you find yourself wanting to play like a board game or like a tabletop RPG, whatever. What do you want? What do you play? What is like your go-to play? I see Warhammer behind you, and I don't feel like you're a Warhammer person. But if you are, I won't judge you.
I like learning how to paint. The game itself is still a little bit far off there.
Right.
I've also been working really hard on trying to get better at Magic the Gathering, and I'm really bad at it. But the artwork again is beautiful.
Right.
Munchkin, I feel like, is a really easy, fun one that I've played a lot with friends. That's probably like the quickest one that we reach for that I feel like is good for most groups. I'll go with Munchkin.
Awesome. I love Munchkin so much. It's so much fun and so easy to like jump into. So like you really like anybody of any age can really like jump into it and really like play together, which is so much fun.
And there are so many expansions to that game. Oh my god.
Exactly.
Like before Cards Against Humanity like started going crazy with the expansions, like Munchkin had it down.
Right. I have
Harry
a question
Potter,
for you.
Adventure Time.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Yeah. I have a question for you real quick. Have you ever played Twilight Imperium?
I have not. I'm a little behind on the board games.
Well, it's like a $150 board game that's in my living room. So Chris and Charles and we about to play Twilight Imperium as soon as this shit over. It's an 8-hour board game.
Oh god.
Oh god.
We'll strap on the hazmat suits and come over to your house.
Yes.
Oh my god, we can do like an 8-hour stream.
Honestly, I'm in. Let's do this.
We did that
or
once.
We could just have fun with friends and not make it content online, you piece of poop.
So
okay, well, I was trying to like convince people to come over and play board games with me, and if there's not a camera there, most people don't want to. So you know what?
You gotta monetize every second.
That's right.
Exactly.
Fucking hit that subscribe, smash that
like button.
Also, Twilight Imperium is also kind of like a roleplay game, so it ends up being really fun. Like if you even just audio record it on your phone and listen back to it to hear like sentences like "Why did you become Space Hitler?" You know?
I like that, but that's not what we're doing here. We're gonna get back to my bit.
Let's get back to your bit.
Continue.
So
I forgot there was a bit. I was along for the ride.
That's what happens on this show.
I run a Dungeons and Dragons podcast, and we're
plug
currently
in talkandrollpod.com.
Yeah, talkandroll.com. And I'm in the process of working on the next leg of the campaign because we're just finishing up our Law and Order themed arc, and
like a TV show.
Yeah, like Dungeons and Dragons meets Law and Order.
Okay.
It's the whole we have the Law and Order theme.
We bought the rights to the song.
Yeah, we got the rights to the song. Yeah, so we got the rights to the song. So we're gonna create an NPC that will exist within the universe of Talk and Roll.
Can they be gay?
They can be whatever you guys want them to be. I'm not gonna do the John Mulaney like, hello, this is my name and I am gay. I'm not gonna do that, but they can be whatever.
I vote for androgynous robot.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning because I want to. This person works at an underground hotel / apartment complex, with a
question. Underground as in it's literally underground, or underground as in people don't know it exists?
Underground, both. It's literally underground, and people don't know it exists because it's underground.
Got it.
Okay.
Can I draw it? Can I draw it while we describe it and show you what?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
The only rules, the biggest rule, and I think I may have to nix the idea of the robot, unless we come up with like a really good reason for them to be here.
Fair
The
enough.
only reason is because this is a place filled with tieflings, who are kind of like the devil-y people. So this person works at this apartment complex. What do they do, Mariah? What do they do? What's their job here? And seriously, remember, I just did a Law and Order themed Dungeons and Dragons. This is goofy, it's silly, be weird. I'm into it.
Definitely the housekeeper.
Housekeeper. They keep the house. Okay.
I do need to qualify as well. My compatriots at the Artis Project are actually working on some D&D stuff because I'm brand new to it. They've planned out elaborate things for a long time, so one of the first things we're doing is they're going to get me into it. So I'm very much like, you have the wrong person, but I'm trying my best.
No, you're good. We're just creating a character. Like
I'm pretty much right there with you, Mariah. The 98% of the D&D knowledge I have is because of Talk and Roll, and that's both a blessing and a curse. So we just go with it, and we entrust our dungeon master to guide us.
Yes. Okay.
Sounds about right.
So this housekeeper, they like more like a Harry Potter references? Are they more like Filch or are they more like Hagrid?
Hagrid.
They're a Hagrid. So, okay. So like a Hagrid type.
Okay.
So
is this a tiefling?
this is a tiefling, but I'm not saying like body wise like Hagrid. I'm thinking more like job like Hagrid. So I like that. Chris. So this person is like a housekeeper under the ground.
Mm-hmm.
What is the one thing as this housekeeper under the ground, what is the one thing that they need to have cleaned more than anything else? And it needs to be something that does not matter. It does not matter at all that this person cleans this thing. Like, it's like, are you kidding me? You're dusting a cave? Really? It's all dust.
Fireplace.
Something like that. Right.
Fireplace.
Fireplace. So, very
thing that is literally meant to be dirty all the time.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Has to be squeaky clean. You have to be able to eat off of it.
Okay.
You should see your reflection in it in the stone somehow.
Question. Do they eat off of it?
I think they've thought about it, but have not taken the plunge.
Is
But
there
it's
an emotional
constant.
connection?
Yeah, it's constantly on their mind.
Okay.
All right. I like this. I like this idea. While we're doing this, Mariah, do they have a pet? Or are they kind of like their own kind of person?
Maybe a robotic pet?
Okay, I like this. We've got some robots. So robot, is it a small robot or is it a bigger robot?
Small.
Small robot. Small robot. I like that. Is it like an animal or is it is it an animal? Is it a mineral? No.
It's a vegetable.
It's a vegetable. It's Pickle Rick. It's Robot Pickle Rick.
Damn it.
Okay, what kind of animal is this? Or is it just like a little robot that just kind of like squeaks along the shoulder?
I was thinking something slightly more normal, but the vegetable thing kind of got me. I kind of want like a carrot, a robot carrot, or maybe it's like it's like a carrot that stands up and it's got like arms and legs.
So it looks like Pickle Rick, but if it was a carrot. I like this. I like this a lot. Okay, small robot carrot partner. I like this.
I am Robo Carrot.
Now, okay. Chris, are
Yes, sir.
they younger or are they older?
A lot of housekeepers tend to be older, so I'm gonna say younger.
Okay. And
They're starting off on their cleaning career,
okay. Now,
but they already have a passion for it.
So they have a passion for it. Okay. So this is a question for anybody who wants to answer. Is this something that they inherited from their family?
I feel like I feel like yes. I feel like for some reason that this person lost their parents at a young age and grew up with their grandma who like owned the home and like took care of all of it and just kind of fell in love with how the grandma or the whatever took care of the place and found solace and peace in that.
That is much more serious than Talk and Roll has ever gotten, and I appreciate it.
Well, it's time for a change, Charles. I think this is what's happening.
Hey, we've had serious moments.
That's true.
Very few and far between, but it does get there sometimes. So we've got a younger person who kind of inherited this from his family. Is a housekeeper who really needs the fireplace cleaned at all times. I like this a lot.
And just before their father died, he said, "Remember the fireplace."
Remember the fire. Oh, okay. Father.
That was his last words.
Father has fireplace kink.
Yeah, I hate this.
Totally.
I want out.
Father has
you are
fireplace
stuck
kink.
here.
Okay.
Zuo says there's always money in the banana stand. Welcome, Zuo. It's good to see you.
Yes. So, final question. No, this is a big one, and this is just for Mariah. What is their name?
Oh, man.
Now, keep in mind that when it comes to lore in 5e, which is the Dungeons and Dragons, for anybody who's not like big into Dungeons and Dragons, 5e means 5th edition, which is the world that we live in. Tieflings, a lot of times, are human beings or humanoids who get turned into tieflings. So you could basically have like a normal skin toned tiefling instead of like the blues and the purples and the pinks, as long as they have just like horns or something. So it could be just like his name is Jeff.
Well, thank you for buying me time, but the best I came up with there is Sweepy. S-W-E-E.
Sweepy.
Can that be a nickname? Be a nickname? Aw.
I think that would be a good nickname. Like everyone just knows him as Sweepy.
Is it his nickname, or did his parents name him Sweepy?
No, maybe it's like a middle name.
Okay, it's a nickname.
So if I can tag there.
I love this.
Okay. I don't know what the original name was.
His full name is Dr. Klaus von Sweepington.
Yes.
Klaus von Sweepington. Of
Doctor.
the Sweepingtons.
Doctor.
I'm sorry. Klaus.
He has a doctorate in sweeping.
Von.
Let me ask you guys a question. What does his hair look like? Or their hair? Is this a gender fluid person or like a non-binary? What's happening?
I think that is up to you in your drawing. I think hair-wise is very like long. I think like long, maybe like a ponytail.
Yes. Oh.
Good choice.
Okay, we have now created Klaus von Dr. Klaus von Sweepington, who goes by Sweepy, the housekeeper of the hotel, the underground hotel, who is has a very weird thing when it comes to fireplaces. I wouldn't say it's a kink, but could be a kink. And I appreciate this. This is awesome.
It's definitely kink curious.
Kink curious. Cool. I appreciate that. So that was a lot of fun, and that was like group character building. And now that character is going to die a horrible death in the first.
Oh, good. Thanks. Now that I love my son, you're gonna kill him.
Rest in peace, Sweepy.
Brutal.
Hold on. Is it Sweepy with a Y or an IE?
I put a Y.
Okay.
Like he's really sleepy. So sleepy.
Zuo says he probably thinks fireplaces are really hearth.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Wait, what happened?
Zoo with the puns, as always.
Oh, sick.
Alrighty, what else we got? So what else we need here? What else is happening?
I have a thought. Can I share a thought?
Yes.
This goes. It's been stuck in my head since we had the deep dive earlier. Like, oh man, maybe it's not coming back now. The whole thing about really feeling passionately about like telling people stories and the power of art and all of this stuff. I'm also a big believer in recognizing that like the world continues to industrialize. Like I'm going a little bit soapboxy, like aluminum foil hat here, so you can pull me down whenever. But AI automation, all of these are very real things that we're going to start to transition life to be more digital, even before COVID happened. And so I just really believe that it's important for us to start reshaping the way that we see value. Like traditional jobs and work where someone gives you a paycheck to do something is very much this kind of more and more outdated thing. Like technology should start to be doing a lot more of the things that take up time in our daily lives, and that should free us up to hopefully be able to engage more fully in arts and games and creative pursuits and storytelling and being a conscious consumer of media. I think it's really important to vote with your time there and look at something that's more local versus whatever is out there. So I just I just had a little bit extra though to put on that, and I was just so down with everything that's happening here. I very much feel at home, and I'm excited to be getting to know y'all.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm super excited because you and I are going to be, in some way, we haven't figured it out yet, going to be working on the next drag show. We should figure out exactly what that's going to look like. I am stoked because this next drag show is going to be awesome. You're a part of that chat, right?
Yes.
Did you see the picture of Simon's butt?
Yes.
That got posted? Okay.
Did you appreciate it?
I didn't see Simon's butt.
You definitely did because you liked that photo. There is so much. Chris,
that was on a secret account.
maybe you didn't, Chris.
That wasn't under my alts. Damn it.
Okay, Chris, I'm gonna send you a photo. I hope that you can put this image up in the video. Yeah, in the stream.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, that photo that I just sent to the NoCo live chat, can you please put into the stream? Because it is...
Oh, yes, I did see this, actually.
Yes, because I just want to say, real quick, before we cut to it, that this photo, yes, is photoshopped, but
no,
the cake,
it's not.
The cake is not. The ass there is not photoshopped. There is so much ass there. And you should all appreciate Simon Hyperion's big old booty. And we're cutting to it right now. And we can't see it on our end. But everybody should love it, appreciate
the computer's not plugged in. Hold on 1 second.
Oh no, Christopher.
I know.
Alex, the photo, okay, so the whole idea of this photo, before we kind of cut to it, is that they're doing Greek gods, like a photo shoot with Greek gods and stuff like that. And Hyperion is a Greek titan, the Greek titan of light, right? So, and that's kind of where
now it's on screen.
So that character is based around the Greek. So Simon Hyperion is the Greek, the Greek titan of light, and in this case, we decided to take a classic painting of Hyperion and Photoshop Simon and his cats as the steeds, and there is so much ass in this photo. Everybody should just enjoy it. Just
it's pretty delightful.
Flavor.
Fucking beautiful.
I mean, I think this might be my laptop wallpaper for a little while at least.
I have another one that Simon just posted, and maybe we can cut to this one too because this one's great as well. I really love. I love photo shoots when people tell me that I can do what I want because I usually superimpose their animals in weird poses. Mm-hmm. So Simon just changed his profile picture on Facebook, and it's now the best thing on the planet, and I highly recommend that you check this out. Christopher.
Yes, sir.
Take it away now. There it is, folks. Look at it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's majestic, and you can see The love in their eyes, both of them. It looks like a movie poster. We were talking about this in the group chat earlier about how this kind of looks like a movie poster, and then we were talking about like the different movies that this looks like.
Oh,
And
that's so good.
And
It feels like Simon is starring in their own one-person adaptation of The Lion King. That's the vibe I get.
Yeah, I see. I definitely see like the Scar versus Mufasa kind of look here.
If it were reenacted with tabby cats, yeah.
Right, and I said that this is Freaky Friday 3. What happens when a cat switches bodies with a drag king? Find out this summer.
Can that be a storyline for Rolling Misadventures?
Yes. I mean, it kind of is with the Tiger King fiasco table that I wrote.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways.
Can I tell you something, Charles? I literally cried. I'm looking at this picture, and it is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I don't understand.
Okay, let's see it. I want to see.
It's up.
See what? The picture.
The photo. I thought you meant the photo that you're drawing.
Oh, I'm done with that. Sort of. If you want to see it, we'll try.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
I want to see Sweepy.
All right. Let's see if I can flip the camera. All right.
Oh,
nice.
He's a cutie.
Wow.
I'm glad you love him because so do I. I am not done with his legs, but I hope you like his man bun.
I'm getting like a kabuki man bum vibe from it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, go. Don't look
stuff.
at my messy room. Fuck. I swear it's cleaner than it was before.
We've got 5 minutes till it shows up, so please pitch us everything that you're working on so that we can let our audience know what you've got going on, and keep that going. So do the thing, do the spiel.
All right. Well, first of all, I didn't know you did photography.
I do. Yeah.
You hosted and DJ'd and podcasted and holy moly. Okay. All the best people.
You name it, Charles pretty much does it.
Hell yeah. Oh, I'm so glad to have found you guys and just excited about the future. Tomorrow, we're streaming every day over at twitch.tv/the Artis Project. Usually it's going to be evening streams as of next week, like Monday through Wednesday. A big chunk of the day is going to be spent on kind of like an art project per week. Everything from like soap making to making a quilt to getting my bike all decorated up, like just knocking through projects as fast as we can kind of things.
I love it.
So
yeah, a little bit of stuff every day. Lots of new people coming in and out. Sorry, I'm talking over y'all now.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Where do we find you? Where is everything located?
Really, right now we're kind of based out of the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/the Artis Project. I'm a little bit like anti-social media stuff. We've been having this conversation. We do have a Discord that we just started, so that's kind of where like our core community is starting to all chat on Discord versus, everyone has different Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, so I think it's working for us to do that. So if y'all are on the Discords, come in and hang out on their channel, and then pretty soon we'll have our Discord link on that as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And one thing too, for those of you watching on Twitch, whenever we are not streaming, which for the only scheduled show we have is this one, but whenever we're not streaming, if the Artis Project is streaming, we'll be hosting their channel there as well. So that'll be yet another way to check them out, because we really want to support what you guys are doing, and it's fantastic. And I am really excited to meet you in person and brainstorm different ways that we can work together and help out each other's causes, because they're so similar. So that's really exciting to be a part of it. And I'm really glad we met you and found you guys. And the drag show has just been really, really, really wonderful. Like the response we've gotten from it is pretty awesome. Charles, when's the next one?
Next one is June 13th. So Saturday the 13th. And then we'll have one on the 27th as well. Just be aware on the 21st, and I want to post this right here. It has nothing to do with NoCo FM, but it is another live drag show. Let me find the exact information because this idea is brilliant, and Simone sent this over to me. Hold on, real quick. Media Meltdown, who's also on Twitch, is doing a drag show on the 21st. And Media Meltdown, they did one last weekend, and it was awesome. It was super dope. And they're doing one on the 21st that is only drag performers dressed up like Keanu Reeves.
Oh my god!
Holy shit! Wow!
I want to hit everybody up and say that I had this idea first. I said all okay, and I want to say this, Simon, I am putting you on blast because I told you that I wanted to do an all Shrek show. Everybody's Shrek. Every single performer is Shrek.
That's horrifying.
And you poo-pooed the idea.
It's a terrible idea.
It's not going to happen. And no, it is a brilliant idea.
No.
Because it's going to be like all Keanu Reeves. And it is going to be amazing. It's going to be perfect.
Okay.
And he missed it.
You're comparing Shrek, something that fundamentally sucks, to Keanu Reeves, someone who is fundamentally awesome.
Hold up, bitch. You heard that cover of I Need a Hero and you said that was shit? Nah, fuck it, I'm coming over.
My point is, before I rile up the internet to send pitchforks to me, because our address is publicly available, what I'm saying is there are many variations of Keanu Reeves. He's been acting for 50 years or whatever, and he's looked the same that entire time, which is creepy. But there's a lot of room to work with Keanu Reeves. Shrek is the same green monster thing.
I want to 100% say that if you are saying that drag performers cannot have their own stylistic
what I'm
Shrek
saying.
look.
What I'm saying is they are not working with the best source material. Okay, I'll leave it at that. However, I do believe in their ability to make it their own and come up with something awesome. It's that old saying of making chicken salad out of chicken shit. And so, I'm excited to see what happens.
So
that you fuck Shrek. Are you saying?
What?
I want to just state. I just want to state that Christopher, if
Yes.
you and I found ourselves at a bar and there were 8 to 12 people all dressed up as Shrek at this bar and we were drunk,
I
it
would
would
leave.
be a fucking blast. It would be so much fun.
Every time.
I mean, yeah, you're probably right. You got me there. And I look forward to the day when we find ourselves in that circumstance, so we can figure out how that works.
It'll be the next NoCo FM party.
Everybody's that's the NoCo FM 2-year party. We're all gonna be dressed up like Shrek.
I mean, if you can get everyone to do it, okay, I know Corbin will do it, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know if Natalie will do it. So I mean, if you want to take up the mantle of trying to get everyone dressed up like Shrek, you have my blessing to do it.
I got money on the fact that I can get Stephanie to do it.
Oh, Stephanie's easy.
You just have to give
100%.
Stephanie a couple drinks and she'll do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God! What? No. Bad wording, Chris.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, let's.
Nobody should clip that on Twitch. Definitely don't clip.
Oh, please clip it and send it to Stephanie James because we didn't say it. Christopher Lanphier did.
Fuck. I mean, I produced the show, so
If
it's my right. Damn it. Also,
all right.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Let's go. Guys, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to NoCo Live. We do this show every Monday night at 9 p.m. Mountain Time, 11 p.m. Eastern. And Charles, when are we switching times on the show? Are we starting that next week?
No, it's going to be June-ish.
Okay.
So it'll be a bit.
So yeah, 11 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Mountain Time, although that time will be shifting earlier sometime soon. But we do it every Monday night. It's here, it's on Twitch, it's on YouTube. You can watch all the past episodes on YouTube as well. And this show is also available as a podcast if you just want to listen to it. And you can find that by searching for NoCo Live in your podcast app of choice. KevKat, what is your show?
My show is NoCo Gadio. Any genre, any style of music, as long as they're gay, I play it on my station. It is a bi-weekly show at the moment. Soon huh?
Oh, that's a marketing push right there. Now bi-weekly.
Fuck! The show itself is bi. So, yes, and then I talk about like random shit usually. Sometimes I'll have a serious note. Sometimes I'll talk about stuffing Oreos in my face. So check it out. It's a really fun show.
Charles, what's your show?
Talk and Roll and Rolling Misadventures. You can listen to one of them. They're always on Saturdays. That's on NoCo FM 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Sundays, wherever you get your podcasts. We play. One week we do Dungeons and Dragons. The next week we do Fiasco, which is wonderful. If you haven't listened to it yet, I have created my own Fiasco table. It's based around Tiger King. It's fucking hilarious. It's the best shit on the planet. And there's a quote that I will let KevKat say that I said out of my own human mouth when I recorded.
Which one? I have a couple.
They're all snake based, so whatever.
I mean, I went to Juilliard for 4 fucking years. I'm holding the wheel and also 2 snakes. And that's about driving a van.
Snake van.
And then I had snake van.
Oh, God.
And then one where he had to shoot the child. And then there's Tony Tornado.
That's my character. That's the Joe Exotic character.
Why is that not on our Instagram, Charles?
Because the episode just released and we need to get it up there right now. So.
True. So yeah, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at NoCo FM. You'll get information about all the shows that we produce. For those of you who are new, hello, welcome. Hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, smash that like button, all that good stuff. If you're unfamiliar with us, we are a 24/7 streaming radio station and podcast network. What that means is we play music during the day and we play our original shows at night. All of our shows air first on the radio stream, which you can hear at noco.fm, or by downloading the NoCo FM mobile app, which is free on both the App Store and the Google Play Store, and there you can hear our streams as well as every episode of radio that we've done over the last 2 years. We have music shows, we have tabletop RPGs you've heard about, we have specialty comedy shows, we have motivational shows about making yourself a better person, we have shows about nonprofits that you might be interested in. All wonderful stuff, all free forever. That being said, it all costs money to make. If you find yourself in a position where you'd be able to help us grow, check out what we have for you at patreon.com/NoCoFM. No pressure, but if you can and it appeals to you, check it out. If not, we are here always every Monday night and 24/7 at noco.fm. Thank you so much for listening and or watching. Thank you to Mariah from the Artis Project. Check them out, twitch.tv/The Art Is Project. That's no T, The Art Is Project. And they are streaming every day for the next 100 days, which is crazy to me. But so I salute you for that. We can barely pull off doing this once a week.
24/7. I'm just once a day.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's crazy. But anyway, it's awesome. Check it out. Thank you so much again, everyone. Have a wonderful week, a pleasant tomorrow, and we will see you next time.